going on, everyone? Benji again, trying to film a lot of the sabers in my collection to put on this channel that I started just solely for funsies. I mean, in all honesty, I had a lot of sabers. I should have been doing this every time I made one. If I did, I'd have 60 some videos, and I wouldn't, but then I wouldn't really have anything to talk about. So, this is my first, as Shamim used to say all the time, it's Graflex time. My first Graflex time, which, check it out, yeah, right, Graflex, we're going to go with my 89'Sabers Proffi installed Graflex in ESB configuration. Now, it's not 100% accurate on the ESB configuration because I wanted to switch back and forth between the TFA or the TLJ, and so I have the beer tab on here. That's the only thing. I have a Mylar strip on here, or the tape on here, just because I liked the Graflex stamp. But I was like, you know what? Let's have a bunch of Graflexes, and I was like, I don't have any with the tape, so I went for leaning more towards Empire Strikes Back. So I have it. These display stands, which are really cool. I have one for my Luke, creepy uncle, I'll do a video for later too. But it's just really, like, it's just a cool way to display it. Not sure if he makes them anymore. Was it Sith Lord Sabers on Etsy? I think that's what it was. Chain. Well, actually, oddly enough, I've never really noticed that. Holy cow. I bought this hilt from him. Bought the hilt from him, and then I had plans for a while to do it, and just like all my other hilts, I've got a ton of empty hilts because I have a problem. I will see a deal on a hilt, and I'll say, you know what, future project, put it on the bench. So I have a lot of empties on my bench, a lot of empties in my collection. I mean, if they were all fully stocked all the way to the gills, then I would be like, I got kind of a problem. I would say about half my collection is installed. The other half are projects continuing, ongoing, or waiting. A lot of waiting for soundboards to develop more of the smooth swing technology. As soon as that smooth swing technology was announced, my saber building went to a halt. Because before, when I first started, it was a lot of the Nano, the V3, which at the time I was like, this is all I need is for it to swing around and cut on and off. And then the Prism was great, but man, I remember when the Nano V4 came out, and I was like, the motion sensitivity, you don't have to mess with it at all. It's perfect, flawless, right out of the gate. Like, it's, and I still think that the V4 is pretty good. If you want just like a swinging around, beating up blade soundboard, like, I think they're perfect for dueling. Like, they're, they're still really good motion. There's no smooth swing, but I mean, it's, you swing it and it goes, and it feels good. Anyways, so I got this one along with a bunch of others, and I bought Proffieboards. I had Proffieboards. They sat on my desk just as much as my empty sat on my desk, because time, work, life, everything gets involved. Plus, learning how to do Proffi was taking a minute, and still trying. Haven't attempted 100% yet, but I have learned a lot. I'm more confident in it now, and I may do one in the future if it comes down to it. But again, I have a problem. I get a project and I'm like, cool, and then I have ADD to an extent. ADD and OCD or something, who knows. But I have too many projects. I mean, sabers aside, I have too many projects. I've got a bunch of cosplay helmets, all this different stuff. I can't stop building and tinkering and having fun. I mean, I pretty much dive into what is like what I'm feeling. I'm like, you know what, I want to do this one today, or I want to do this one. So I'm never bored. But anyways, back to the Graflex. I wanted to do the Proffi, but I've always wanted, because I have the I have all the other hey, look at that thing, isn't that cool? Shane, if you don't make these anymore, dude, where you at? I want a bunch of them. I have a bunch of the Graflex crystal reveals. I've done a few. One of my first ones was the Corbanth Graflex reveal. Sorry guys, I gotta get a better lighting system. My overhead light is just so bright, but that's alright. Blind ya. But anyways, I wanted one where it was a 3-cell. I wanted a very close. Everyone loves to do that. I don't know why, but everyone loves to do that. I wanted a 3-cell that was really close. Love these grips too. They're rubber. They're like the rubber ones there. I think they're the kit. I didn't put this together. I got it in this configuration. The grips were already on. Everything was pretty much done. But I wanted one that you didn't have to thread on and off. I wanted the slide off, and then I wanted some kind of, you know, chassis to show off. So I did, after some time, I decided to mod like Matt Dooley does with the Graflex 2.0s and whatnot, where you kind of, the holder, you kind of get a little stone bit and make it to where you can spin the clamp lever, so you can make it just tighter. Because over time, I feel like this thing kind of started to move a little bit, and I was like, you know what, let's just make it super tight. So pop that open. Just one. Oh, that was a poor way of doing it. One turn. That's all I did. Nothing crazy. Push in, slide out. So what I did here was I got the chassis is Goth 3D Designs, and I painted it up, weathered it. I just enjoy. Alright, so Goth 3D chassis, the crystal chamber chassis, I've done quite a few. I love them. I love getting them and spending the day just sanding them down. If you don't sand down your Goth 3D chassis, you get those print lines, and to me, I just don't understand why you wouldn't take some time, sand them down a little bit, get rid of those. Makes the world of difference on these things. Again, sometimes people are like, whatever, I just got chassis black, boom, done. They don't care that much. But I mean, if you're gonna spend your money on this, I mean, why not go the extra mile and give it a little bit more? Like, I painted all the extra areas. I just love weathering and detailing. Anyways, so I got this, and I was like, all right. I hadn't, yeah, there it is with the clamp off. I hadn't done a Proffi yet, and I wasn't ready to do it, but I wanted it done. So a really good friend of mine who, him and I kind of went around the exact same time building our Starkiller 2.0s. He started pumping it out, and I was like, dude, I love it. And then he was like, yours is cool too, and like we became, you know, buds over that. And it was fun. He finished way before I did, but it was fun to watch him and go through it. Now he does plenty of them. Good guy. Sent him it off, and I was like, look, dude, I haven't sent an install since, you know, I got burned way back in the day in the hobby before. That's what led me to do my own installs and my own everything. Well, one, I always wanted to, but I got, you know, not going to name names. Everyone knows who the people are who took on way more commissions than they could and then left town, whatever, just clocked out of the whole thing. And so I lost quite a bit. I ended up getting those sabers back, but the trust, I can't. To me, I was like, I can't send this off anymore. I mean, like, just that feeling for like months. I mean, for like a year and a half, I was like, hey, don't want to be a burden, but like, where's my stuff? And then getting like, oh, you're up next, and I'm shipping it next week. And for 6 months, be fighting like, hey man, just give it back to me. Like, just give me my property, and like, I don't care about anything else. I just don't want to lose a whole saber. And then 6 months of pleading, I finally got those back, and I was like, never again. But after meeting my friend, he was just killing it in the Proffi game right off the bat. I don't know if he wants to be named, but Joe Wren, he does mainly Star Killers now, but he's installed a ton, and he was just took the Proffi and ran with it, and I was like, dude, would you mind doing one for me? I haven't commissioned anybody to do an install in a long time, so he did it for me. We got Proffieboard. I think there's only like 6 presets and whatnot, but he surprised me with the he was like, I did a little something extra inside the chassis for you, and I was just like, oh Lord, it was super exciting. Like, I haven't had that level of excitement in a long time, because it's just like, you know, I would, after years of building and doing my own thing and being like, okay, cool, this is what I'm getting, to like being like kind of teased, like, hey man, like every time my phone went off and it was a message from him, I was like, what's he doing? And so I get it, I totally understand it. I mean, it's obvious why we, you know, why we get into this, is that feeling of excitement. So that was really cool. Anyways, he added, first of all, we got that. He added accent LEDs inside here. So there's no crystal. This is just a nice version of a like a Padawan chassis, I guess. But full disclosure, they are different colors. But I was like, I saw it and I was like, that's cool. Since it's Empire Strikes Back, I was like, do you think you can? Because there's all these little vents right here. Reminded me of the steps in Bespin in the carbonite chamber. And I was like, can you do like an orange as close as you can? And he was like, totally. And he did it with like that, and we were just geeking out over it. It was awesome. So the first few are kind of orange, and I know it's weird to see like an orange glow where it should be like a blue, but I dig it. So we scroll up, and now we're that Bespin orange. Well, you can see that. There you go. Bespin orange. It's just so cool. Let's take this off. You can see it a little bit better. And that cycle is just so cool. When I first saw it, I was like, that's a nice little treat. He didn't have to do that, and it was just super cool. Smooth swing, accent swings, and then it cycles down. Those accent swings too, man. This was right around the time when accent swings started coming out, that he was like, hey, perfect timing for you, brother. You got some accent swings on here, and I was like, man, sometimes it just pays to be patient. I'll just shut that off for a second.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker. You are not a Jedi yet.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Let's do it. And I was stoked. Like, before the CFX and all that other stuff, all that other good stuff was the music tracks. I was like, oh my gosh, you can have music, because I'm huge on it being like a prop piece, like a museum piece. You know what I mean? Like, I like the fact that it comes to life a little bit. So, the music tracks. Whoop. Jump the gun. We're gonna have to restart it. I don't know what it is. Prism boards can be kind of glitchy. Like, if you press, like I pressed the button, just, I think I held maybe one of them wrong. Or I double tapped the power. I'm used to CFX now. That was rookie mistake. The CFX you double tap. The Proffi you hold for a few seconds. And let go. was just like, yeah, let's do it. Hit it again. Oh, wow. Man. What am I doing? Jumping the gun here, bros. Pressing buttons like a madman. Let's see, I'll just run through the fonts real quick.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
You're a sick individual. You have that on your saber. This one, he did Anakin's turn to the dark side, which is pretty cool. It went from the blade. The blade goes from some false clashes because this thing's not on there really that tight. Like once the shell's on, it's good. The bottom half's on, it's good. What was I saying? Oh, wow, brain fart.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I will do what I must. You will try. That lightsaber was Luke's.
Love the TFA. I don't know why.
Something inside me has always been there.
Ray. I mean, this was kind of just like the story of the Graflex. You know what I mean? It's very. It's everyone's used it. You know, it's from Anakin, Luke to Ray. I kind of wanted a legacy. And of course, I needed that training. I needed it. I needed to do that. I don't know why. I'm not the biggest fan of The Last Jedi. As a matter of fact, I really disliked it. But her training and that music, it was pretty cool. Not a fan of the movie. As a matter of fact, I disliked that movie quite a bit. I could do an hour video of why stuff in that movie is wrong, but
This is
Little Rain one. But I mean, if people like The Last Jedi, that's their thing. Me personally, I thought it was. The more you watch that movie, the more you realize something's up.
I'm not afraid.
Yeah. You will be. You will be.
Yeah, this one, I was like, hey, dude, I think this is it. I was like, because again, I was stoked about the music, and I was like, hey, do me a favor and throw on the, it's a hyperspace escape type thing. It's when they're leaving Bespin, and it's like, it's also plays when they're looking for Luke and Han and the Snowspeeders, but it's just got this like, it's so, yeah. To me, this was my favorite when I was a kid. Right here when it kicks in. Yes, the strings. And they're trying to escape. The hyperdrive's all shut down. Alright.
The Force is with you, young Skywalker.
But you are not Jedi yet.
Okay, I'm gonna run through real quick just a few of the blade, just to show you real quick, because this video is long. I don't think I can make a short video, in all honesty. and that's just because I'm a talker, man. I'll talk to you guys all day long if you let me. I'll talk your ear off, especially if it's something I'm passionate about, like Star Wars or props or any of that kind of stuff. Like, if I got you for a second, like, hope you got a beer. We're gonna talk about some shit. NeoPixel blade I made. Beautiful blue. Woo, yeah. And I do like the, out of all the, I said I'm not really a fan of the blade craziness, but I do love some of the way that like the light dissipates. Like you can't really, it's hard to see it on this one. And that localized lockup, I mean, so cool.
Your destiny lies with me, Skywalker. Obi-Wan.
No.
It is useless to resist.
I mean, look at that.
Don't let yourself be destroyed as Obi-Wan did.
James Earl Jones. I mean, alright.
Master Skywalker, there are too many of them. What are we going to do?
So this is the one where the blade goes from blue to red, which is kind of showing like Anakin's turn and his corrupt, you know, his corruption going to a red blade, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's got the song too. As he played it, as the song plays and starts turning, I think is when he kind of, yeah. You turn against me. You have done that yourself. Anyways, blue, quick start, white flash. I love that white flash. Cutting down all the Jedi, getting a little bit more evil. Next thing you know, red. Can't go wrong, man.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
Oh yeah, that's right. Battle of the Heroes, had to have it. Obi-Wan and Anakin. Ooh, that ignition is dope.
That lightsaber was Luke's.
And of course, TFA. I mean, I was a sucker for TFA when it came out. You know, some people were like, what? It's not that good. It's a rehash of A New Hope. Hey, you know what, man? It brought Star Wars back to me, and it was great. It was a good time. Theater was dope. Like, everyone was having a great time. She gets that saber, catches it. Whatever, Kylo, you suck without your helmet on. Just kidding.
Something
And here's that.
inside me has always been there,
What I was talking about.
but now it's awake.
This is all I really wanted when I saw it. That training, when you get that at the right time, where she's just like picks it up out of the bag and just. Accent swings are doing their thing. Tip drag. Alright. Oh yeah, and the rain blade. It's cool. Not really my thing. But yeah, it's like rain drizzling on it. Which, I mean, I don't understand why Ray took Luke like he was an old hobo. That part kind of got me. I was like, okay. Even though it was cool how he was like, you know, using like an antenna and he was just super like proper the way he stood off against her and she was just overpowering Grandmaster Luke Skywalker. Just whatever. I guess that's what they wanted to write. I don't know. I don't like the way I treated him. Anyways, yeah, these videos are long, man. I don't see how anyone can do a video just for a couple minutes. That's just not gonna happen. But one of my favorite Graflexes in my collection. I have fun with it, man. Can't complain. Very fortunate to have good friends. And yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Got more videos coming out soon, but may the force be with you.